Chris, how you doing?
Doing good.
So, take me back to like the last play of the Texas Bowl, where you make that big play, and what you're looking ahead to having a big year, and then injuries and whatnot. Just kind of give me a recap of your last year and change or so.
So going into that bowl week, I had a series of good practice, so I knew coming in that something big was going to happen for me because I had been hurt throughout most of the year and then coming back. So when the touchdown happened, that was kind of like my coming out moment. But going into next season, getting hurt again. But this spring has been really big for me because I got a bounce back from last year.
You feel like you're 100%?
Yeah.
Now that you guys are you're preparing for year two with Jayden, how do you feel like your relationship with him and the rest of the wide receivers is going?
I feel like the connection is getting stronger. Basically, that's what I want to say. Yeah.
I mean, Coach Kelly was telling us last week, and we've even heard from Jayden himself, he's got to work on trusting, throwing the ball downfield to you guys and hitting you in stride. How has that kind of been developing this practice?
Basically, staying after practice, getting extra deep balls in. That's how the connection is going to be built. And like throughout the practice, as you saw today, things are starting to pick up.
Yeah. So how about the room as a whole, right? So Jaray's gone, Kayshawn, Jack Besh, but you're going to have some new guys coming in. How do you think the room as a whole is, the wide receiver core?
A lot of competition, and that's what you want in a room. You want everybody to push the next man, and that's what's going to make us better as a group.
Have you, since that state championship game, have you felt like you're a guy that can, in the key moment, make the key play?
Most definitely. I think it's just something that I was naturally born with, making big plays.
And just a year later, Brian Kelly, the first time around, there were a lot of growing pains. He said guys were throwing their helmets in practice and didn't know how to practice. Is everything smoother this time around? It's in terms of, hey, we know what to expect. We know what he wants from us.
Yeah, basically he's preaching it's a brotherhood. So like treat your brother, you treat yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to go out there and do something that you would regret. Like when we practicing as a whole and not individually.
I wanted to ask you about some other guys on the field. How about the new wide receivers that have kind of enrolled early and been able to come here and work? What have you noticed from them?
A lot of growth, I want to say, with like the playbook and going out there and knowing what they got to do. I've seen tremendous growth in all of them. So like throughout the whole spring, it was just a whole bunch of growth.
Is there anyone in particular who you've kind of been like, wow, like he's going to be helping us out a lot in the fall?
Man, to be honest, all of them, because all of them, they came in, like they were on their stuff, so they're all going to have like a huge impact.
What about when you're going up against the new defensive backs? A lot of new faces on that side of the ball. What have they brought to the team that is different from maybe some guys like Major and who have left?
I wouldn't say different, but like I said, it's more competition now, and that's what you want in a team to make everybody better.
And then what have you noticed from Ricky Collins in his kind of first few practices here on campus?
He's going to be all right. I mean, coming in as a freshman, there's a lot thrown at you, but he's handling it well.
Have you seen Malik kind of take more of a leadership role with Jaray going?
Yeah, I noticed that a little bit last year, and coming into this spring, I've noticed it a lot.
Yeah.
Damn.
So what about like Kyron Lacey? He's a senior, right? And maybe a guy can be a leader. Made some catches last year. Maybe there's some ones he could have made. What kind of impact do you think he can have now this year?
Knowing Kyron from last year, coming into this year, I saw he's taking a huge step in like a leadership step and on the field too. So he's going to be a guy that really helps us a lot.